Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Get a 1-month free trial with the link in the description. In this video, you're going to see my personal 10 favorite seeds that I discovered myself in 2022. We've got seeds like this, and this. Check out my blog for all the coordinates and information about the seeds. Alright, let's get started. Let's get started with this seed that was featured in my 20 lush cave seeds video. We actually spawn on the edge of this little lush cave. Just an incredible thing to see when you spawn into the world. It's definitely a welcoming sight, I think. Plus, the coral reef in the ocean right off of the island just adds to the beauty of this place. My favorite part of this seed is this location here. An outpost generates right on top of a desert temple. Of course, that comes with loot at the top of the tower, and loot at the bottom of the temple too. To end off my year, I've decided to explore different aspects of Minecraft and life in general that I haven't before. That's where Skillshare comes into play. I took on learning more about Minecraft modding. The course Modding by Cop and Joe has been an incredible help with learning the aspects of fabric modding in a 122 lesson course. The end of the year is the perfect time to invest in yourself, or start off the new year with a resolution to invest in yourself. You can explore various hobbies and passions with a Skillshare membership. Complete 2022 by making it the perfect year for you by starting a creative hobby, landing a new career, or launching your own business. You can start it out risk-free with a 30-day trial that's linked in the description. The first 1,000 people to use the link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. A big thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. This seed comes from a video where I collaborated with my friend Justin. There's an absolutely incredible island right at spawn. The spawn is right in the middle of this mountain island. There's a mixture of frozen peaks, grove, and dark forest. We also have some fantastic cliffs here too. I love the look of the packed ice going down the cliffside. What an incredible place to spawn into. The mainland, towards the west, also has some incredible mountains and cliffs. The world generation here just looks great. There's also an ocean monument around here too. It's another useful location for this monument to generate, with it being so close to spawn. There's also this mini mushroom island here, and then another mini mushroom island, and finally the bigger sized mushroom island. Another useful location here. Always just nice having the rare biome close to spawn, and the spawn, of course, is that beautiful mountain island. Next up, we've got a seed from one of my top 5 seeds videos. The spawn of this seed is inside of a birch forest. There's also a jungle nearby, and a dark forest too. There's a mansion near spawn. It stretches up super high. There's an opening down at the bottom here with a small dripstone cave. Inside of the mansion, there's some vines from the jungle and some terrain too. There's 11 rooms on the top floor, including an arena room which has some loot. And there's a hidden room too, where we can see this inside. It's actually a jungle temple that generates on the side of the mansion here. This is absolutely wild. Inside of the temple, we get a chest behind the lever wall here, and then another chest at the back of the temple. Inside of that hidden room, there's usually 2 chests in the ceiling, but due to the temple, we only get 1. However, if you want more, there's another hidden room here with some obsidian and a diamond block. Having this near spawn is pretty incredible. Northwest of spawn brings you to a pillager outpost. It has 3 tents and 3 cages. It also has some loot at the top of the tower. Within the seed is also this location with a ruined portal and village. The portal generates right across the river from the village. Pretty cool how some of the village generates within the river. And the final place to check out is this desert temple and village. Inside of the temple, we get 4 chests with loot. That makes 3 places in this seed with 2 structures that generate close to each other, but none better than that temple and mansion at spawn. The next seed actually had its own video. The spawn has this small jungle, a roofed forest, and a mini forest, and it's all surrounded by these mountains. There's also a grove here too. Pretty cool having all of these biomes here at spawn. And then we have these structures here. The jungle temple is partly floating over this little cave type thing. Inside of the temple, we've got two chests as always. The one that is behind the lever wall and the one that is at the back of the temple. The entrance to the mansion is actually down here near the jungle temple. There's actually this little cave over here too. The mansion actually generates partly buried by the terrain, which looks pretty cool. On the bottom floor of the mansion, I found some allays, and this maze room here with some loot at the end. And another maze room here, again with some loot. The second floor shows just how buried this mansion really is. We've got terrain through the ceiling, this little waterfall, and a beautiful view out the windows. On the top floor, there are 8 total rooms, which includes this hidden room. It has not just one chest in the ceiling, but 2 chests. Over here within the mountains, we get this cave opening. It's actually a lush cave. We get a nice look at the mansion here. And finally, just outside of the mountain is this plains village. It has 2 blacksmith buildings. This is the loot in the first one, and this is the loot in the second one. So yeah, a pretty awesome seed which deserved its own video. Now we have this seed here, which was featured in a Survival Island Seeds video. This seed is a Badlands island. It's a wooded badlands, so you don't even have to worry about finding wood to start your journey in this world. It's a pretty big island overall, and it's got some big cliffs too. I love how it jets out of the ocean like this. On the side of the cliffs, there's an exposed mine shaft. The chains generating like this look awesome. There's access to a lush cave right in the middle of the island. How cool is that? My favorite part of this seed, I think. Such a cool island seed. Featured in a top 20 village seeds video, this seed has a windswept island village. We actually spawn into the world on a separate island. In itself, the spawn island is pretty cool. The village island is just a short travel northeast. The village generates around the wild terrain. With the terrain, the coral reef, and the village generating in the water, this island just looks fantastic. It's just some unique Minecraft world generation. This seed here comes from a Mansion Village Seeds video. There's a zombie village right here next to a mansion. The village is in this meadow, which is next to a birch forest, dark forest, grove, and forest. The abandoned village is so close to the mansion that it actually goes inside of the mansion. You can see all of these buildings along the outside of the mansion. There are actually some full buildings inside of the mansion and a farm too. When I look at the village, it looks like one big village, but over here you can see this is actually just a different normal plains village. Just one more village over here that isn't a part of the zombie village. Looks really cool how these connect to form one big village. On the bottom floor of the mansion, we see the bottom portions of some of the village. On the middle floor is where we find those village buildings, and on the top floor, there are 5 rooms including this arena room with some loot. Near the mansion, there is this cave opening that leads to a lush cave. It's nice having easy access to a lush cave. I love lush caves. There's also this ruined portal in the grove near spawn. With it covered in snow, it's a bit hard to see. Here's the loot I found here. Finally, I want to show this ravine underground. There's a mine shaft here that leads to a skeleton spawner. The spawner comes with 2 chests. Pretty cool way for this area to generate. Overall, this is just a really awesome seed. Getting into the final 3 seeds here, we have a seed from a 20 Survival Island Seeds video. This island is an old growth spruce taiga, so we get these nice big trees here. I wanted to share this seed because of the island cliffs though. The cliffs come with this massive lush cave opening. The cave just looks great. Such a cool spot right under the spawn island. There's also some other spots of lush cave on the side of the island too. This side of the island looks really cool going up as a hill. Looks mountain-like. Towards the southeast, we can find an ocean monument. Here's a nice view at just how close the ocean monument is to the spawn island. There's also a ruined portal nearby. I love the bubbles around it. Here's the loot inside of the chest here. And finally, underground, below the island, there is this cave. I love everything about this cave. It's just spectacular looking. I love everything about this island too. Next up, we have a seed featured in my 5 Ancient City Seeds video. This seed has a village at spawn. The village is in a meadow biome. It's actually a pretty decent size for a village. I like this crater near the village. There's also a woodland mansion near the village. With the mansion on the side of the hill, there's a decent section of cobblestone foundation here. On the bottom floor, there are a couple of these blocked off rooms with a tree and a chest with an axe. There are 6 rooms on the top floor, and of course I have to mention that includes this cat room. Right underneath spawn, there is this ancient city. There's an amethyst geode that generates within the city. The skulk veins over the amethyst looks pretty neat. Very useful to have this right underneath the spawn village and mansion. Pretty great seed. And to finally finish off this video, we have a seed from a video where I found seeds that were requested in my comment section. There's a mansion that generates on the side of a mountain, and actually cutting into the mountain. Pretty crazy looking. Inside of the mansion, we actually get lush caves features throughout. Not very often we see something like that. There's also these 2 rooms here that both have loot in them. On the second floor, we can see more terrain, and there's an arena room with some loot in it. On the top floor, there are 5 rooms and even more sections of Lush Cave. My favorite section of Lush Cave in this seed is here. Just a beautiful looking lush cave here. I just love the look of it. There's also an ancient city right underneath the mansion. The Lush Cave even continues down here. Having an ancient city right under spawn is really awesome. The Lush Cave mansion in this seed is one of my favorite things to have discovered in Minecraft this year. Be sure to check out my blog for all of the coordinates and information about the seeds in this video. Click one of the videos on screen now to see more Minecraft content. If you want to help me out, leave a like on this video. For more Minecraft videos, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out of here. See ya.